Namaste everyone. Today, let's take a moment to reflect on something we rarely speak about: the silent struggle of Vasudeva and Devaki. While the world celebrates the birth of Krishna, we often forget the pain, the loss, and immense courage of the two souls who made that divine arrival possible. We all might admire how joyful it would be to have Bhagavan himself born as your daughter or son. But the struggles of Vasudeva and Devaki show us the immense boldness and spiritual strength it takes to bear such divine energy. No mother or father would truly enjoy this. To lose even one child is devastating for ordinary people like us. Now imagine what it must have felt like for Vasudeva and Devaki to lose 8 children, that too the very day they were born. And not just lost, but in a way no parent should ever have to witness. Yet to welcome Krishna, the one destined to restore dharma, evil had to reach its peak. The minds of Vasudeva and Devaki had to be molded, first to deliver 7 babies and then to swap the 8th one. It's obvious Bhagavan himself was supporting them mentally, but no ordinary human being could endure such fate. Even after facing so much pain, one final test remained. A task only a soul of true courage and surrender could complete. Let's look at what Vasudeva had to face, and let's all ask ourselves, can we connect even with one moment of his courage? Firstly, the courage it took to hold his newborn child and walk out of prison. No father could gather such strength easily. As you know, Vasudeva and Devaki were imprisoned by Kamsa, and it was there in darkness and chains that Krishna was born. Even after his birth, neither Vasudeva nor Devaki could even hold him close. Not a moment to embrace, not a moment to feel the warmth of that child. Because before love could rise, Krishna had already begun guiding them. He gave clear instruction on how he must be protected from Kamsa. In that very moment, the impossible occurred. The chains broke and prison lock fell open on its own. The guards fell into deep, unnatural sleep. There was no time to question or celebrate, and Vasudeva had to act swiftly. He stepped over the sleeping guards and walked out. But it was pitch dark. He couldn't see the path, and then little Krishna began to glow. The divine light from his tiny body lit the way. When Vasudeva reached the banks of Yamuna, he saw the river was wild and overflowing. It was raining heavily. He held Krishna above his head, took a deep breath and stepped into the water. With Varunadeva's blessings, the Yamuna parted, making way for his journey. Even then he worried, what if Krishna gets wet in the rain? But that too was taken care of. Sheshnag, the cosmic serpent, appeared and formed a hood over Krishna to protect him. He also aided in keeping the Yamuna calm and parted, ensuring Vasudeva could safely walk through. It felt like the entire universe was silently conspiring to celebrate the arrival of the Supreme Lord. And when Vasudeva reached Gokul, the entire village was in deep magical sleep. Every door closed, every soul still, the whole world held its breath, except for one sound, a soft cooing from a newborn, Yogamaya, lying near Yashoda. That tiny cry was his guide, and without waking anyone, Vasudeva gently placed Krishna in her place and took the divine baby girl back to Mathura as instructed by Krishna. Imagine the pain Vasudeva must have felt to lift that innocent baby girl and walk her toward a fate no parent could ever accept. He wasn't saving his own child anymore. He was delivering another to danger. And yet he didn't hesitate. Because his heart wasn't following fear. It was following divine instruction. That is the depth of his faith, unwavering, unquestioning and pure. The rest, that was all divine miracle. Many people speak of Krishna's birth with joy and celebration, and rightly so. But I always try to remember the silent heroes behind the divine story, Vasudeva and Devaki. They are the real warriors, the one who bore the burden so Krishna could rise. And for those who may not know, the baby brought back wasn't just any child. She was Yogamaya, the Parashakti herself. When Kamsa tried to kill her, she slipped out of his hands and rose into the sky. A voice thundered through the air. Kamsa, the one who will destroy you, is already born. Now let's just analyze this part. What can we take from this? Firstly, never lose faith in God. Vasudeva blindly followed divine instructions and was never abandoned. Also remember, not even a blade of grass moves without his will. Whatever is happening in your life, good or bad, it's not random. It's part of something divine. That doesn't mean we sit back and do nothing. We have been gifted with a brain, a divine tool. We must live, decide and take action. But when things happen, remind yourself, this was meant to happen, and say, guide me, Lord. Call him with your heart, with your devotion, and he will come. Not necessarily in yellow dhoti, but maybe as a thought, or as a whisper, or as your inner strength. You just need to be tuned in. There's still more to discuss, but let's keep it for another day. May the divine power shine bright within us. Thank you all for being here and listening. If this touched your heart, please subscribe and leave a comment. I would love to hear from you.